Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. Welcome back to This Is It TV. This Is It Network is your global digital TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. And we do that through our growing community, our engaging content, and our real connections. I'm so super happy. Today is Monday. Got a lot done this weekend. I'm not going to lie. I typically leave my weekends for stuff around the house and things in which I need to get done. And this weekend I dove in and caught up on so much work. So you guys are going to be inundated with announcements from the This Is It TV community, and you're going to be inundated with learning all the fun stuff that we've got going on. So I'm super excited about that. I want to make sure. Hi, Zach. How are you? So many amazing things. The platform is full. Hey, Lisa. Lisa, you're going to get an alert a little bit later. Your videos are going to launch today on the This Is It Scream Your Dream community. So I'm super excited about that. That's going to be amazing. They were so good. So that's what I was doing this whole weekend. Happy Monday. Happy. That's what I was doing this weekend. I was catching up. And I think that so often we don't give ourselves enough credit in what it is that we're doing. And I was feeling very badly this past week because I was like, you know what, I'm not hitting the deadlines that I set for myself. Good morning, Nicole. How are you, gorgeous? Good morning, Kelly. I'm not hitting my deadlines. I'm not hitting the things in which I want to do. I had made so many promises to myself and therefore promises to other people about what it is that I was going to do, deadlines in which I was going to make, all these things. And I was falling short each and every week. Every week it was like one more thing that I didn't get done. And I am, if you follow us, you know that I am an advocate of the today list and only putting things on the today list in which I feel I can accomplish in order to feel good about what it is that I'm doing. Good morning, Maureen. And I was doing that, but I still was not getting the today list done. Right? So the era of the to-do list versus the today list, the to-do list is this big, gigantic list that's never going to get done. We all tend to do it. We write this huge list down of things that we'll never be able to accomplish just to torture ourselves. So I've changed it. It's the today list. That's my version of my to-do list. I make it very small, short, controlled, so I can go to bed thinking that I have accomplished something throughout the course of the day. Only last week, my today list wasn't getting done. So I was like, what is happening? And I was feeling a certain type of way. I don't know how many of you feel that as well when you have goals and objectives and you fall short, right? And I was kind of tortured in this space, but I just kept hell-bent. And I was like, you know what? I just need to prioritize what it is that I'm doing because this feeling can't be a priority for me. This feeling can't be the way in which I feel because I'm grateful for the life in which I have and I cannot spend it feeling poorly about myself. So I have to change what it is that I was doing. So I moved things around this weekend. I typically like to turn off my mind, at least for the Saturday and Sunday, to give myself a day of kind of just regrouping in general. But I decided to trudge through and say, okay, you know what? If I didn't want to feel this way today, if I wanted to feel proud come Monday, if I wanted to feel accomplished come Monday, that means I had to sacrifice something over the weekend. And I tried not to sacrifice time with my children and neglect of the house and the closet. I just wanted to make sure that I allocated my time wisely. And I did. And I got done a lot of things. Things that I had been kind of procrastinating on, thinking that it was going to take a lot longer than it did. It didn't take long at all, right? How many of you have done that? Good morning. How are you? How many of you have done that? How many of you have gone, right? You've gone actually and you put something on your list, dreading it, only to have looked at it on your list and been like, did it, and was like, that was quick. Why didn't I do that last week, right? It was a lot of that. I was psyching myself out of a lot of things that I could have done, a lot of things that I should have done, and I was keeping me from moving forward in a specific way. I attacked those things this week on the proper today list in which I had, and I went for it. And I've gotten so much done. I woke up so well today. I woke up feeling like, oh my God. And my day is stacked. I got meetings from now until 6 o'clock. Back to back. And I usually have a sense of a little sense of discomfort when that's the case. But I'm living well. I had a good weekend. I got a lot of stuff done. I feel so super good. And so I hope you guys feel good too. And it's just really about being proud of yourself and really setting yourself up to do so. Because today I feel like it can take over the world. Today, the things in which have been on my list for so long and things in which I haven't been able to accomplish are now off the today list. There are new items on there that I'm excited about. There's room now for things that aren't carrying over because I reallocated what I needed to do, and I'm proud of myself for doing it. I'm proud of myself for what it is. The little things, they're not huge things. I didn't climb Mount Everest. We're not talking about gigantic things in which I was able to accomplish this weekend. Let's be honest. I sliced some ready-baked cookies, put them in, made some breakfast, did some things, and then got to this to-do today list as it relates to This Is It Network and got a lot of stuff done. So for those of you that got emails over the weekend, forgive me, but I was just in the zone. And it was and I hadn't done that since before quarantine, truthfully, because I had made a promise to myself that I was going to give my life some sense of balance, that I wasn't going to work 7 days a week. And I still agree with that. It's just that I had fallen behind, and that had made me feel bad. And instead of being willing to feel like that, I needed to address it. And I think a lot of us think that just being okay is okay. Right? Like always carry, and I don't know how many of you are in this space where you're always carrying this piece of discomfort, and that discomfort has become your normal feeling. Like this anxiety that you carry around, and I know that there's clinical anxiety, and then there's the anxiety that can be controlled. I'm not talking about the clinical one. I'm talking about the things in which can be marked off your list, but you're just not. And that panic, that I lived in BQ before quarantine. I lived that panic. There wasn't a meal, right? Seriously, there wasn't a meal that I would have without rushing through it to get to something else. There wasn't something. I remember driving diligently. I lived in New Jersey, and my studio that I missed terribly was in Philadelphia. And I was driving diligently every morning. I can't even remember what the route was because I was like multitasking. I know, man. But I was like multitasking and on calls and planning and all of those things. I wasn't living my life. I was just kind of running through it, right? And I committed to myself that I was going to be better AQ after quarantine than I was BQ before quarantine. And I knew that in order to do that, I needed to take control of my schedule. I needed to create boundaries. I needed to do all of those things. I fell short last week because that's what it's about. It's about not perfection, but it's about understanding your process. And my process was jammed up last week. My process was jammed up for a couple months as it relates to a couple of things that just kept going and going and going on the list. I have amazing it experts that we work with. This is It TV experts that we work with. They had submitted videos to be on the network for months now, right? And various things. And I am so grateful for them, but I wasn't able to edit them the way that I wanted, or put them up the way that I wanted, or be able to launch the group the way that I wanted. And all of those things were weighing on me. It felt a certain type of way. How many of you have had an obligation to someone that you carry? You carry from one day to the other, as opposed to addressing it. This weekend, I addressed my life, and I feel good. I was compiling, right? Putting stuff on top of stuff, on top of stuff, on top. Stuff. It's not even a word, but stuff on top of stuff, and things weren't getting done. And that's not the practice of what it is that I do. The Scream Your Dream practice is to not just be inspired, but to stay motivated and get things done and not focus on the to-do, but on the today. And what does that look like? And I did that for me today. So for the person who teaches this to you each and every day, the person who asks you to scream your dream, believe and understand that I am a practitioner of what it is that I preach. And it is hard, right? It is hard because you want to be so many things to so many people. You want to do so many things. You want to give of yourself. You want others to receive all of that stuff. And what ends up happening is that the pressure that you put on yourself manifests itself in this kind of anxiousness or this disappointment that you have that keeps you from moving forward. Today, I am proud of myself. Today, I got a lot of the today list done. I feel good about what I was able to mark off of that list. That's what that sound was, highlighter, off the list. And I'm moving forward with a new set of todays today. And I'm excited. So I want you to be proud of yourself, of the little things that you've been able to accomplish, the big things and the hurdles that you've been able to jump. And I want you to look at what it is that is on your docket for the week, on the list for the day, and just begin to chip away at it. Begin to look realistically at what is needed, what is not needed. So all of those, that feeling that you are falling short, that feeling that everything didn't get done, I want you to control as much as you can of the goals that you have for today. So at least today, by EOD, by end of day, you can feel proud. Because I'm feeling proud today. And I wanted to share that with all of you because last week was a little rough. I'm not going to lie. I was feeling pulled from one space to another and doing and being and showing and doing and and not feeling my full self. And I began to feel comfortable in the day was just going to be anxious. And the day was just going to be overwhelming. And that's just how my day is. And that's just how my life is. Because before quarantine, that's how my life was. I didn't know peace. I didn't know what it was like to breathe easy during the day. I knew what anxiety was. I knew what, and this is, again, controlled, not clinical. This is like the things in which I could control in order to set my breath. Because I know what it looks like when people are clinical and they need guidance and advice. And this is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about us being able to control what we can control. There are some, and mental illness is real, that have no ability to do so. But for those of us who have the ability to control our emotions and set boundaries in place, that's who I'm talking to. That's who I am encouraging to practice the Scream Your Dream methodology of taking a minute, taking a breath, focusing on the today versus the to-do, and allowing for yourself to be proud of yourself for what little or for what large things you accomplish. Today, I'm proud. I want you to be proud of yourselves as well. Begin to mark things off of the today list. Feel good about even the small things and let go of the anxiousness that those small things had over you. Just to realize that it wasn't that hard. It wouldn't even take that long. Rip it off like a Band-Aid. Get to that today list so you can be proud. I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. My goal is for all of you to find your voice, for all of you to tell your story, for all of you to no longer whisper your wishes, but to, in fact, scream your dream. I want you to be part of our online community. I want you to log on to thisisItTV.com and follow, fan, and like us everywhere you find at This Is It TV. This Is It Network is your global TV network connecting remarkable women to inspiring stories. We do it through our growing community, our engaging content, and our real connections. Again, I'm Sheldon Barlett Rumor, and this is it. I will see you all tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Take care.